Hello.
Hello. Well, I think the people behind us put it best when the movie was over. That was intense.
Hmm.
Yeah, that's
What do you think? You like
first
it?
three. Yeah, it's probably the best movie I've seen all month.
All
Um,
month?
yeah. So I will say, yeah, well, yeah, it's an intense experience, but
I
pretty.
liked it. Yeah, it was good. Is that well the first half? I liked the first half. Then I thought the second half got a little. But you can continue. Sorry.
Okay, well, I kind of thought everything, everything technical was excellent, but the everything like story and impact wise, there wasn't really a whole lot there. It was kind of like The Impossible with Naomi Watts and Ewan McGregor.
Heard good things about that one though.
Only here it's a war zone instead of a tsunami. Yeah, I kind of felt the same way. Yeah.
Also, they're
I mean,
separated in the Impossible as well.
that's true, and they never get separated in this movie,
Mm-hmm.
which
But
and so yeah, the characters felt really one note, you know.
yeah, kind of. I did feel they. If I felt I could see them in real life, maybe I guess, but
Yeah.
they did feel a little. They felt kind of just husband, wife, kids, silly Pierce Brosnan. Sorry.
Yeah.
Because every time he shows up, it's like sometimes it's a comedy, except for like the last scene and some other stuff. But usually he like when him and his friend guy named they call Kenny Rogers shows up, it was just kind of a comedy.
Yeah. Yeah, except for his last part where he feels like a B movie action hero. I mean, just how he just coincidentally comes into where they are and takes out some bad guys.
Yeah, that was like I
Yeah.
think my biggest problem was like this
Yeah.
like the first half I liked the first half because he'd always find a smart way to get away. But then a lot of the second half was just oh my god, they're in a situation. She's gonna get raped or he's gonna get killed. Oh, and something happens and they get saved. Like
Yeah.
it would either be just like well, like the first time it was because Pierce Brosnan showed up. The second one was because the like his wife, played by Lake Bell, just hit him with a
Yeah.
club, and then the third time was because like those guys are standing up like on the was the Vietnam part where they're about to they're going to Vietnam and these guys they had guns and it was like oh are they going to shoot them? It's like oh no they didn't. So it's just like I just felt the whole second half was just that it was just are they going to die? Oh they're okay. But I felt the first half had better flow because it was just like it would be they would find a way to escape on their own. It wouldn't just be like, oh no, they're gonna die. Oh, some guy shows up and saves them or something. I felt that was just kind of I thought that got kind of annoying after a while in the second half. Also, I thought the ending was a little cheesy.
Yeah. Well, I am kind of glad that they saved that story for the very end, unlike something like Signs where they have to get it in during like while the aliens are trying to break into their house. Yeah, that's yeah, perfect time to do that.
Yeah, I can't remember. Yeah, it's just it's like I was afraid they were probably gonna say the story in like a middle of we're being attacked, honey. While we're crawling away from dead guys, let me tell you about the time you were born.
I did also kind of think that sometimes there were some scenes I don't know if they were necessarily trying to make it funny, like when they're hiding under a table or something, and the younger girl, I think it was, tells her mom that she has to go to the bathroom, and she's telling her, "Do it in your pants, just this once." Was that
I don't know. The only unintentional part that I thought was funny was where the part where they're on the roof and this one guy comes in with like a silly like banner on him. Like I just the first time that made me crack up with the silly colors. It's just like,
yeah
I mean, later on it showed why he was wearing the banner so he could show I know who you are, dude. But it just felt that was kind of silly with him walking with the banner. It was like all golden. I thought that was kind of dumb.
yeah
So it just made me laugh. But the pee in the pants part I didn't think was that funny. I was,
okay well
but then again that's I guess it's I don't know.
okay so
But this is actually from the guys who made Quarantine. and
Oh, it is?
and As Above, So Below. Yeah, the Duddle brothers. They did like this and another movie another found footage horror movie called As Above, So Below, which I kind of like because I thought it was kind of a fun, like, dark, creepy adventure movie. It was kind of like Indiana Jones, except kind of scary in a way, because it was kind of interesting. But yeah, I think they have good visuals. I just think maybe they should let someone else write their stories, and just because they're like the Coen brothers, where how they used to be, how one brother would direct and the other brother would produce, and then they would both write it. They're kind of like the Coen brothers in that sense. In their first career, like when the
Oh,
Coen brothers started, it was like Joel Coen would direct, and then Ethan Coen would produce and then write the movie with him. But now they just write and direct both movies together. So I thought that, but yeah, I feel they're good with, like I said, visuals, because there were some cool, like, I love the beginning. I thought the beginning was great with the where it was just like that one that showed how the prime minister got killed. I thought that was a really good scene, actually.
yeah.
Like, and I thought there were very intense sequences. I just felt near the end it was just kind of annoying once it got to because the whole second half was just, oh, are they gonna die? I'm also glad that they had some break moments, like, like the moment they're with Pierce Brosnan and Kenny Rogers on the top of that building. That's kind of a break moment where they were safe for like a while. I mean, they weren't always
Yeah.
going to be safe. There was still danger looming around them at every point, but it was kind of a nice break moment. Even like when they added the humor parts, it's always nice to have, so it's not always like beating you all the time. It's nice, like with sadness and stuff. It's nice to have a break and have something funny happen or something like that. It's always
Yeah.
nice to do that every once in a while. So.
So Owen Wilson, I've never seen him in a role like this, and
I've seen him in serious roles, but never seen him in a role like this. Definitely.
hmm, I don't think I've ever seen him in a serious role before.
He's actually been in a lot of there's like a bunch of low budget stuff he did. Like he did last year he did Inherent Vice. He was in that. That was
Oh,
kind
he
of a series.
was?
Yeah, he was
Oh,
in Inherent Vice. There's another one too. I can't remember what it's called though that he was in that was kind of serious.
um, was it Behind Enemy Lines?
No, it was like I'm talking about last year. There's two, like I think there was like a couple serious movies he did last year.
Hmm.
Inherent Vice, and I forgot the other one. That he was just like a minor character. He wasn't like the main character. But I've never actually seen that movie though.
Yeah.
So
So also, I thought the shaky cam for the most part actually worked.
I think it was
Yeah.
handheld. I don't think it was shaky cam. Shaky cam is when it's on a tripod and they're shaking it. Handheld is just I think they were actually someone was holding the camera. So I think it was handheld actually. So
Okay. And like during the okay,
continue.
so yeah, I guess the handheld camera really worked for the movie. I mean, it did shake a lot, like during the scene where he's trying to run back to the hotel to warn his family. Um, it shook a lot, but still, it really made you feel like you were in there with the chaos, and
Yeah.
yeah.
It felt just like
So
when they did
that's the time when shaky cam works. Yeah.
or handheld. Mostly, like I said, sometimes like it depends on the movie. Like sometimes we use handheld, and handheld you can be kind of hard to tell between shaky cam and handheld. Like shaky cam is mostly used for like action movies when you can't really tell a person's fighting and they're trying to make it look cool, so they shake it. Like the person's not a very good fighter or something. I'm not sure, but usually that's what shaky cam is. And sometimes they use shaky cam for other stupid things that make no sense.
Yeah.
Like Oliver, the guy who did Taken 3 and Transporter 3 and a bunch of movies from Luc Besson's company. He loves shaky cam in his action movies, and that's why none of them usually aren't that great. Except for I did like Transporter 3 kind of. But I felt, yeah, this one, the handheld wasn't too bad, because I've seen movies even where handheld can be really bad.
It reminds me, we got Transporter Refueled next week.
Oh, that is next week.
Yeah, that'll be the only one because, for one thing, there's really nothing else playing, and for another, on Saturday, I leave for Sun River.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah. Okay, so all in all, No Escape is like a pretty enjoyable time while you're watching it. Everything technical wise is really great. But I don't know if there's I don't know if there's much reason I'd watch it again though. So, but I'll still give it a B.
I'm gonna give it a B too. It was, yeah, like you said, it was good technical wise, but mostly story wise, it was kind of eh. Like I
Yeah.
was really into it at first. Like at the beginning, was like, man, this is good. This is really good. But then as it kept going, I'm like, I'm getting kind of bored now.
Yeah.
Is this movie? How long? How much longer is this movie? Like I've had to watch, but yeah, just I feel, yeah, just I also just give it a B. I think that's all it really serves as like a B.
All right.
Let's talk about trailers. We got two new ones.
Yeah. The first one was Burnt with Bradley Cooper. I have no idea what that's about.
Oh, Chef.
Oh yeah, Chef. But
It's like it has like this weird thing because it used to be called like Adam something because they have a poster in the theater we just went to, Bella Bottega, and they used to say Adam whatever. Then one day I remember I was leaving another movie. I'm like, Burnt. When the heck did that happen? They just changed the poster like over. It's like, did they do that overnight? Because it was like a huh? I guess it's just like Burnt. It's so weird. But yeah, it looks. I don't really know what the movie's about. I mean, you can obviously tell it's about a chef and he like wants to do good at his job or something like that. But
yeah.
they didn't. It's a good trailer because they don't really show you. I mean, it looks good because I think it's because they don't show you what the story's about. Like, it doesn't like show you every beat of the movie like a lot of trailers are doing. Like Everest, I know where that's good. Like Everest is a. I think the movie looks good. It's just I feel like I know the whole movie by now.
Yeah.
Even like with, but so I liked the trailer. I thought it was good. Would you like it or?
I really don't know because I don't know. It looks kind of strange. Just it's um, it's almost like it almost looks like he's making like a really huge deal out of cooking, like where he's like piling on plates and he throws them at somebody.
Well, because if you're working in a profession like that, it can be really demanding. So it's hard. It's a hard. Like I mean, I don't really know. I've never worked in that stuff. I don't really know much about that. But other than that, yeah, it was just. But yeah, it's a hard profession though. I think that's probably what they're trying to say. I guess the one thing I kind of like about it is Bradley Cooper and Sienna Miller in it. They were both in
Yeah,
American
American
Sniper
Sniper. Yeah.
together. So I thought that's kind of cool.
Is it a Clint Eastwood movie?
No, I forgot the guy's name.
Hmm.
But no, I don't know if Clint Eastwood's doing anything recently. He probably is. He's probably working on something right now.
Yeah.
I'd be surprised.
He seems to be bringing out like well, last year he brought out 2 films.
Yeah, Jersey Boys and
And American Sniper. So maybe it's nothing, but he does seem to be bringing out like at least one a year.
Yeah, but I don't think he's bringing out anything in this year. I think you'd hear something by now.
Yeah.
But
All right.
yeah.
So the other one was The Hateful Eight, and that one actually looks pretty good.
Yeah.
I'm not a huge Tarantino fan, but it does look like it has kind of the vibe of Django Unchained, which I actually think is Tarantino's best.
Yeah, that was a good.
Apparently in this one it's
They're all like trying to. It's like Kurt Russell's like this hangman guy, and he's gonna hang.
Kurt Russell.
He's
Yeah.
gonna hang Jennifer Lee something. I forgot, Jennifer Jason Lee or whatever, and he's saying that they have like if anyone wants to stop him before they have like a certain amount of time. So like they're all, I guess someone in the place is gonna try to stop them or something like that. Then I don't know. From the trailer was also didn't really show what's exactly what the movie was about like Burnt did.
Yeah.
So I don't know exactly. I'm pretty sure there's something else that we're missing.
Yeah. Okay, well, that's all for now. Tomorrow night we're seeing War Room and We Are Your Friends. And
remember, I'm Owen Wilson.